Okay, we're going to watch and then briefly review a very controversial subject that is happening pretty much worldwide. Let's uh let's begin.
A wave of anti-transgender laws is sweeping across the U.S., with a growing number of states passing bans on gender-affirming care for minors. Some of the most restrictive measures will come into effect in Tennessee, a state that's also targeting transition care for adults. As Jackson Prosco reports, families with transgender children now face greater risk and uncertainty while wondering if they'll be forced to move.
Did you ever reach a point where you thought to yourself, can we support our child and stay in Tennessee?
Absolutely. I think we've wondered that all along the way.
We've hidden this Nashville mother's identity to protect her and her young transgender daughter.
She seems very comfortable in who she is.
For speaking to us, she risks harassment. For supporting her child, she could one day run afoul of Tennessee law.
I am fearful of, being targeted, my kids being targeted, being determined like an incompetent or coercive parent.
Her 5-year-old has socially transitioned. As she gets older, she may one day choose to begin hormone therapies.
Okay, the child is 5 years old. My personal opinion is a 5-year-old does not have the right brain activity to realize that him or her wants to be the opposite sex. That should be up to the parents and not the child. How does a 5-year-old have the ability to make that decision? No. There's been a lot of talk about this particular subject. A lot of people are saying, a lot of doctors are saying, and other individuals, later on in life, these kids are realizing they've made the total wrong decision and the parents are just letting it happen. It's leading to childhood suicide and other behavioral issues down the road. A 5-year-old does not have the abilities to make this type of decision. And the parents should be putting their foots down and saying, no, you are a little boy, you are a little girl. When you are older, if you want to make those decisions, you can go ahead and do so. Let's finish up the story.
Won't be able to do it in Tennessee. The state leads the U.S. in anti-transgender laws.
For literally the first bill of the entire session to be targeting trans kids was angering and saddening.
In March, Tennessee Republicans passed a ban on gender-affirming medical care for minors. The law, known as SB 1, also forces teens who are already undergoing treatment to stop and detransition.
We needed to have more data on this, and in the meantime, I thought we needed to put a halt to it. An adult can decide what treatment they want.
They don't care about folks waiting until 18. They just want to ban the care, period.
Darren Johnson is a transgender woman and community advocate. She worries the state will soon move to outlaw transgender care for adults, too.
We would be creating situations that force our own citizens to be refugees within our own countries. The circle of places, the list of places that folks can go is getting smaller and smaller just to be able to live our lives.
What happens next will be decided by the courts. The U.S. Justice Department has sued Tennessee, arguing its laws are both discriminatory and unconstitutional. Without intervention by a judge, Tennessee's ban on transgender care for minors will come into effect July 1st. So at what point do you have to make some tough decisions about whether you can stay here?
Our whole approach to all of this is really like to let her lead. We don't want to box her in and say this is definitely what's going to happen when she's a teenager and definitely how she's going to be as an adult.
Facing so much uncertainty, the parents of transgender children have no choice but to plan for every possible outcome, even if it means leaving the place they call home. Jackson Prosco, Global News, Nashville.
So like I said, I know this is a very controversial subject. What's your opinion on it? Like I said, my personal opinion is a 5-year-old is not old enough to make this type of decision. Really leave it till they're 18 to make these decisions. If you want to dress like a boy or a girl, throughout your childhood, go right ahead and do so. But start doing the transitioning when you're an adult, just in case you change your mind later on and you decide you don't want to. In a lot of cases, this stuff is not reversible. So I know, like I said, it's a very controversial subject. Opinions, please keep them civil, and I'll try my best to respond. So I'll talk to them later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please subscribe and comment. And like always, don't shove your opinions and your beliefs in everybody's faces. Bye for now.